Good morning. We are headed to the Desert Industries thrift store in Saratoga Springs, Utah. We needed to just thrift like another half a cart-ish or a cart full of stuff.
We gotta round out it.
Jinx, round out the week. That's what I was just gonna say. I've been painting. Sorry if I have a funny manicure, but anyways, and we don't have a ton of time as per usual. I wasn't in the mood for the bins. Like I wasn't. So.
Well, it's an hour round trip drive, and Monday was a holiday, and they're just crazy. So we opted to skip the bins this week.
So let's see what we can find. If we don't get enough here, we can always hit up another thrift store. But let's see how much we can get in the single shopping trip, and then maybe we'll paint some stuff. All right, let's go down the dish aisle first. Last time I filmed, they said I did not go slow enough on all the mugs. Although it looks like there's mostly just Christmas mugs. This one's kind of fun. This little cottagey mug with the little goose on it. It's only $1 from Japan, 1985. That's in crazy good condition for 1985. I wish there was another one, but I am going to grab this one because that's really cottagey cute. That's cute. It's only $1. I feel like the handle would be better painted differently, but the basket's good. And then I just saw her put another basket. Let's see if I can find it. It was like an egg basket. Oh, here it is. I like the round basket on this. People are always looking for baskets to put their eggs on the counter from their backyard chickens, or you could put like some wood eggs, would be really cute in here for spring.
All right, middle of the day thrifting. Here we go. So this is for like a little tree or something. $20. Is that real? That's the real price. I think they're going to be pricing that differently within the next day or so. Look at that. $3. Whew. All right, we're not broken. Look at this little guy. I feel like, oh, it's all hot glued on there. Thinking about it. Oh, $2. Do we get rid of this wild mane up on the top? Is it cute enough to put the work into it? That ribbon's falling off. I'm going to put it in the cart just to get Jamie's reaction, because I know what her reaction would be. Oh, and the tote. Can't pass the tote. 4. It's a good shape. I like the shape on that one.
I like this Lazy Susan that's only $1.50, but it looks like, oh, it's really warped. That's probably why they got rid of it. It's like not good. I guess I'll put that back. Kind of slim pickings here today. Luckily, we do have some good stuff that was recently dropped off at the shop, so we could take you guys to the shop and go pick through those finds for the week too. So they just brought out a new cart, and I got this big wooden base. Looks like it's solid wood that they use like a chuck to turn that out of. A Bear Bradley wallet. It's like a little clutch, and then this really cool tin basket situation. It's got fruit on the outside. It's kind of fun. Slim pickings. That's not going to be fun to paint.
It's fine. It already just needs a little sand.
Just a little sanding.
Real quick. So far, everything in my cart needs a paint job. Really love the shape of this candlestick. Looks like it needs a good sanding though. It's $2. And someone spray painted the poor guy.
I just found this on there too for $3. I think these are kind of spendy. It's got like, this is almost in new condition. It's got a tag for $25. Somebody was trying to sell it. So I'll take it home. I'm going to grab this frame because it looks like it's a 8x10. Yeah. And we have some really fun new papers for the March decoupage subscription. I think the horse one would be good with this. The frame just needs to be painted and it's only $2. Also, I spy with my little eye one of these metal frames. These are fun to paint, although it's missing the glass in that one. I think I'm gonna leave this one here. Also, it's really shiny. So I might regret painting that. How much did we spend? $32, half a cart. Got some cute stuff, worth the effort. Now I think we could get a bite to eat, and then we'll go to the shop and see what.
We have some things people have brought us that are from December that we still need to go through.
Yeah, we'll go through them. It is day 2. So we went thrifting yesterday and we decided to take the rest of the day off to ship because we have so many orders. We've got to get them out from the Art Orchid Design release, so we're helping the gals at the shop ship. But it's day 2 and we decided to go thrifting through our own stash, and we're almost to the shop.
So we've been storing up quite a few things in there that have been donated or given to us. I feel like donated is the wrong word. Like, just people have given us quite a few things. And the barn's got a bunch of stuff, the shops got a bunch of stuff, and we need to go through that. So we're gonna add to the thrift haul from there this week.
And we're gonna take it home, unload the boxes, and then we'll decide what we put in the thrift haul, what if maybe we put aside for some mystery boxes in the future, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna unload this at home, but these all are from Jan. And then we have some boxes in the barn that I'm gonna let Zeb grab because it's cold out there.
It is very cold, it's snowing.
So we'll go through, decide what we're gonna put in this week's haul, and then we'll maybe save some stuff for later, and then we'll get some boxes out of the garage.
We've got a ton of boxes here. I've been slowly going through them. That basket down there is really good. It needs me to glue it up. A lot of this is Christmas, so it'll probably wait to bring it out. That's gonna fall over on me. I better restack that. There are some things in here that I think I'm gonna bring this whole box. That scale looks really awesome. Let's see, let's put these tins in here. We'll take this home and go through it and show you guys everything. I wish I knew who dropped this off. It was all sitting outside of the barn just by the door one day. And then this is newer, this is more recent. And I don't know who dropped this stuff off here. So I need to go through it though. I can't hardly walk through here right now because we've got so much stuff.
We're at home and we laid it out. This is not a lot of stuff. I think we spent around $30. We are going to give a few pieces makeovers. I'm thinking I will do the frame and the tote. Maybe Zeb can do those 2 candlesticks. That'll kind of make it a little bit more cohesive, but let's go see what we got from Norma and from Jan that we can pull into this week's thrift haul and beef it up. Okay, so this is all the stuff that came from Norma. She actually we have a lot of boxes from her, but it's really cold and they're in the barn, so I just don't know that I'm gonna get to all of them. This stuff is all cute, like vintage or vintage inspired. And then I believe this came from Jan. We have a lot of linens here. And a quilt.
These are fun. Are they pillowcases or tablecloths?
I'm not really sure, actually. This one I think I'm definitely not going to bring out now. This is fall.
That is a pillow cloth, or did I say pillow cloths? Table cases and pillow cloths.
Yeah. There's a bunch of bunnies.
Lots of bunnies in the stuff today. Oh man, look at all of them. I like this one as is.
Yeah, no, they're cute. I think they're all pretty cute.
All right, we're gonna go through these boxes and get it all out, and then we'll show you with it all out.
All right, so Zeb's gonna give you a slow pan of everything. This is all good stuff. We're gonna put everything in this week's thrift haul, so I'll move that over to the table, and then we'll get a few thrift flips ready to be painted. I love all the bunnies. The cow, like there's no way that's gonna survive Saturday night. The goose is cute. So what's your favorite, Zeb? What do you like out of
I really love the scale. It's my favorite. And I like this like earthenware
bunny
style
bowl.
bunny.
Yeah. This is something like it would be hard to find that at the thrift store. That's really cool. Okay, now we're gonna get started painting. I've set aside those 2 candlesticks for Zeb, and I am gonna be painting this frame in antique ironstone, one of our new bespoke milk paint colors. And then I'm gonna go neutral with provincial on this red tote. Zeb's printing me out one of our March papers from our subscription. It's horses. It's really cool. I think that one may be something that in 6 months or a year we will put out permanently because people love the horses. But I'm gonna get started painting. With milk paint, you only want to mix up what you're going to use because it doesn't keep forever, and I mixed up a ton, so I'm probably going to need to paint some other stuff in ironstone. but I'm getting pretty good coverage. I think 2 coats and we'll be good to go.
Okay, I am gonna paint these up real quick. Both of these are really shiny, slick. This is metal that's been spray painted. This is ceramic, and we're gonna use some of the Salvation Solution, the white base, and this is an amazing primer. You can use it inside. It's all natural, but it sticks to just about everything. So we're gonna do that first, and then we'll get some color on there.
All right, we already mixed this up earlier, but just a reminder, please mix up your paint. The cottage color has a built-in sealer, and the goodness and pigments will get to the very bottom, and then you'll have kind of a mucusy paint, and that is not what you want. Okay, so we're gonna cover up this red.
You're going with all the neutrals today.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the neutral guy.
Well, I want the art to really shine, and I really want to shine with the Katharina transfer that I'm gonna be using from the new Iron Orchid Designs release. So I think if I go neutral, then the colors will really pop.
So I might just leave these white since Jamie's going with those neutrals. Be fun, do a dark wax, it'll all go together really well. But we'll see. I might play with some color today since she's going so neutral.
You're going so thick with that primer. You're gonna have to, that is way too much primer for the top, by the way. Zeb,
oh yeah.
Zeb's gonna pull from there.
I will pull and smooth out. Like, you know how we just gloop it on and then you come back and you're like, okay, I need some more.
Well, I just want people to know that, so that way they're not like putting that much primer. 1 coat is gonna give us really great coverage. I'm trying to convince them to use Blue Hills. We have not used this in a long time, so.
Oh, I could do some Blue Hills.
So we'll see. All right, that doesn't look a whole lot different, but the paint is gonna stick so much better. This Salvation Solution is so good.
So the difference is this was spray painted on, and you could see where the spray paint, it needed another coat. It's just thin, and they've sanded it too because it probably was runny and gloopy. But they did all the hard work for me. They already sanded it. So now I'm just going to come through with the Salvation Solution, and then we'll be able to put whatever paint we want on there.
So I'm filming and I'm looking over here. I'm seeing Jack has left his sweatshirt on the banister. A little bit of real life in the background.
He's homesick again.
Yeah, he's not feeling good today, but that's just funny. Perfect shot, but then there's a sweatshirt in the back. All right, Blue Hills coming in. We haven't used this one in forever, and it is a very good springy blue.
Yes, it is. You can see how I'm pretty much getting 1 coat coverage.
Because of the primer. Although you missed a spot of primer right there.
I saw it and I chose to ignore it. I didn't want to wait for it to dry again.
To be fair, the cottage color would have stuck to these anyways. If they're not primed, they're just a little streaky and it's just harder to get full coverage. But when you have something super shiny. These were primed, and so our life is gonna be a lot easier getting the paint on them.
Jamie wanted me to document this because we often get accused of not painting the bottoms. A lot of times we don't. We'll come back and sand them if there's weirdness on the bottom from like paint splatter or setting them on the drop cloth and getting paint on them. But sometimes we just paint them, but it's pretty boring to see us paint the bottom of something on camera, so we don't typically show it.
Yeah, and I'm also only gonna do 1 coat because this is the bottom of the tote, but it is painted.
It'll probably get a heavy distress, like it's fine.
Good. Okay, it's coming off.
Look, the frame matches your sweater. Yeah. You've got like a very neutral theme going with your sweater and the frame and the tote.
I'm just pulling back a little bit of this silver that was on here, and then I might do some dark wax. I haven't decided, but I like the silver coming through. I'm like peeling it back, distressing. Maybe a little sandpaper will be needed, but I want to make this look old and crusty. So we're getting there.
Almost 1 coat coverage. We've got a little touch up we need to do on some of these high spots. I'm probably just gonna do a quick coat on it again. Maybe 1 dip of the brush, and this will be good to go, and we can either distress it or wax it. I'm not sure where I'm going with the final finish yet. Looks like Jamie is going to dark wax. She's getting the clear wax on there first.
Which I have to clear wax anyways because the milk paint doesn't have a built-in sealer. And I actually think this is good even just as is, like the chippy. The antique ironstone is like the perfect off-white cream color, but I want to bring out the design a little more that's on there. So I think I'm coming in with DIY's dark wax, and I'm gonna pull that back. And now you can see all that design. And if you're like, oh, that's a little too dark, you can always put on more clear wax and then pull it back a little bit. I'm using the Katharina transfer. We have been using this a lot because we have sold so many of the new IOD transfers that I need to get them all shipped out before I start using them for anything else.
You gonna go with yellow?
No, I'm gonna use this pink one here. I'm gonna use a lot. Like I'm gonna use a couple of probably on each side. Hold on. All right, so one of the things I like about these transfers is there's lots of smaller elements so you can build them. So I've got these flowers on this side, these flowers on this side.
We didn't even film you putting them on.
I know, you were upstairs. I had to move on. I'm gonna lightly distress, bring the red underneath, kind of blend them together. The thing with transfers is they have to be balanced, and sometimes less is just less. I like to like really fill up and balance my space out. Add some to the sides, and we happen to have two of the same one, so I'm just gonna use one on each side. They come with these transfer sticks, and you can just use them to put your image on there. If you accidentally pull it up and it's not down, you can just set it back down. You want your paint to be really, really dry. Okay. Ta-da! And then you can just use these, push down, and make sure it's adhered really well. Cutting this down to size. This is from the March paper subscription that we're just starting to ship out now. So we'll put the link for the subscription. You get 4 papers every month, and I think it was $10.95. Yeah, $10.95 plus $3.95 shipping for 4 papers. And I love these horses.
Yeah, and you have until March 12th to get this paper.
Yeah, and then we do the cutoff. Oh, of course, I gotta cut the bottom. Hold on. So there's 3 other papers that come with a subscription. You get 4 total, and we try to do some fun ones every month. Ta-da! I think that frame looks a lot better than the silver one. Like, looks old and aged.
The silver was really bright. It actually didn't look silver, it just looked like shiny polished metal.
Yeah, like metal. That's good. All right, so it already has a built-in sealer, but we want to add a little bit of oxidation. We're going in with DIY's white wax. You can get all the paint products that you see us use on our thrift flip makeovers at JamiRayVintage.com.
Okay, I'm just gonna lightly wipe this back. I don't want all of the wax to go away. It's not as textured down below here, but I also don't want to see the brush strokes from the bristles. Last step, just clear wax over the transfers.
Yeah, the cottage color has a built-in sealer, but you're supposed to seal over the top of the transfers. So I just do a little thin coat, and I like to do the whole area so there's not like a different finish, you know, so you have the same kind of sheen.
Not a lot of success thrifting on this particular trip, which happens sometimes. You can't expect the thrift store to have everything you want every time, but we've been hoarding some things in the barn and at the shop, and we've got some really good stuff there. And these thrift flips were really quick.
I feel like this gives you guys some inspiration on how you can take things from the thrift store that maybe aren't amazing, or on a day when you're just not hitting anything great, and then turn it into something that you love. Like all these things were not anything I would put in my home until they were painted, got new art, iron orchid designs, like all those things just make it better. So, you know, think outside the box. Also, you know, points for hoarding, because we needed the stuff today. And, you know, it's like the, you know, the ants where they put away for winter.
It is winter and snowing right now.
We are putting away junk for a day when there's not as much. So it worked out. If you guys want to shop along, everything will be up Saturday at 8:30. The things that we painted, I'll go ahead and put up now because I like to have them on the video that we paint with. And if you need any paint products, visit JamiRayVintage.com. If you guys like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Non-loyal high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird.